What angers you the most is what people misunderstand about what happened to my dad's car and how much money he actually owed on that car and how much he would have had to been alive another year and 12 months. And that's the one thing that still angers me now is the fact of how much he owed on that car. $9,000 and 989 cents for a 12 Impala is absolutely ridiculous, and it's crazy. It's ludicrous. And at the time he died, I had no way of getting my hands on $9,000 to pay the car off. So 2 months later, after he passed, and Ally Financial came and recovered the car, they technically auctioned the car off in October of 2016. They technically have to send you a notification to let you know what's going to happen with the car and where it's going to be auctioned off at, and that gives the family members or whoever a chance to get the car or pay it off. But none of those things was going to happen because my dad's family does have that kind of money, and they decided they didn't want to do that. So ultimately, any kind of money that would have came in from PRS or anything from his life insurance was not going to come until 2 months after he passed. So anything that happens to me personally with my car or my health or anything, that is the worst thing that's the second thing that you actually dread will happen to you. And that could be anything. It could be the car, it could be your health, it could be anything. And ultimately you don't have a whole lot of means to take care of yourself because of how much money you're actually getting on a supplement income, including my credit. My credit is still going to be messed up the rest of my life. My credit will never, ever, ever recover where I'll be able to get a loan or unsecured loan or financing. And that is the type of situation that I'm living with right now. So here's what I can tell people. It's the worst nightmare that I've lived ever in my life. And every single day I live with that dark cloud hanging over my head. So I take a lot of pictures and videos to help me to go and try to deal with each day until I'm well enough to be able to get back to some sort of normalcy in my life. And that probably won't happen for quite a while because there's another situation which I won't go into on this video. But ultimately, the frustration of all of these things happening is not something that you want to go through. You don't want to be living through it. And if you are living through something like this or worse, I tell you what, you ask anybody and they'll tell you. You wonder why people become alcoholics or they abuse alcohol and drugs. Well, if you look at my situation as related in this video, you can almost tell. It doesn't solve anything if you do become abusing alcohol or drugs. That doesn't help. That just makes everything 10 times worse because addiction to drugs and alcohol abuse in the United States of America is not good. And it does not promote anything because that type of addiction and overabuse of drug and alcohol can cause domestic violence, it can cause premature death, it can cause a lot of problems. And my situation is not the worst case scenario, but it's not the best case scenario. But the one thing I will tell you is this. Overindulging of abuse of alcohol and drugs does not help. If you have a lot of debt problems and you can't get a secure loan or unsecured loan or finance loan or credit because of anything happening, because of what my situation happened when around my time my father died, it is like you can never, ever, ever, ever think or believe